everyone, welcome to the class. So in this class I'll be discussing about some basic concepts of geometry. So here in this class I am going to focus on plane geometry today. Alright. Yes, hi Janvi, welcome to the class. Good afternoon. Okay, let's begin. So let me just explain you the agenda for today's class, objective for today's class. So in this class, I'll be discussing the basic concepts of lines and angles. Then we'll move to triangles. Then we'll discuss about the quadrilaterals, circles and polygons in this order only. All right, let's continue. So before we actually start with the content part of this class, let me just tell you a bit about myself. My name is Aishwarya and I have done my Masters in Mathematics from University of Delhi. Prior to that, I have done my graduation in Maths from Miranda House, University of Delhi, and in total I have 4 years of training experience and have trained for various entrances like CAT, GRE and GMAT. Okay, so now let me just tell you about the Plus and iconic subscriptions that Unacademy offers you. So in Plus subscription, you will have access to the classes from India's top educators. All the classes will be live and interactive. You can get your doubts clarified within the class itself. You will get notes, PDF notes of each and every lecture that you attend on the platform. You will have access to the live tests and quizzes that happen on regular basis on our platform. So all these benefits of the Plus subscription would be there in the iconic subscription, but along with that there would be some added benefits as well. You will get personalized attention from your educator. Preparation for some other management entrances would also be there. You will get expert guidelines about the mock test that you give on a platform. The entire regular test analysis would be given to you if you appear for any test on our platform. Okay, so this is the price of a CAT Plus subscription. So the price for 12 months is 17,500 and the price for 24 months is 21,000. Over this fees, you can use my code AAISH10 to get the 10% off the entire course fee. Now this is the price of our iconic subscription. For 12 months it is 30,000 and for 24 months this is 41,000. Here also you can use my code AAISH10 to get the 10% off the entire course fee. Okay, Janvi, you can't see the playlist of Quant. Okay, I'll look at this. I'll look into it and I'll let you know soon. Okay, so let us just start with the class now. So I'm going to start with the topic lines. Okay, so let us understand what is a line, what is a ray, and what is a line segment, and what is the difference between these three terms. Okay, let's begin. So let's see what is line. Okay, a line is a set of points which can be extended in both the directions. Okay, so I can extrapolate this line in both the directions. Similarly, in ray is a set of points which has one end point and it can be extended in any one direction. Okay, what is line segment? A line segment is a set of points which has two end points. Okay, it has a fixed length. Okay, so whenever we say that a line segment has a length of 6, we say that the distance between the points, the straight line distance between the points A and B is given by 6 centimeter. Hence, the length of the line segment is 6 centimeter. Now, a line and a ray do not have any fixed length. Okay, because they can be extended in different directions. Okay, now let us understand what are parallel lines. Yes, can you tell me what are parallel lines? Yes, Janvi, can you tell me what are parallel lines? Okay, let us discuss. So the lines which are at equal distances from each other at each and every point. Okay, for example, the lines which do not meet are known as parallel lines. Similarly, perpendicular lines are the lines which intersect each other at 90 degrees. Okay, so if I have two lines, okay, so the lines which intersect each other at 90 degrees is are known as perpendicular lines. Yes, correct. Janvi, your answer is correct. Now let's see what is perpendicular bisector. So suppose if I have a line segment AB of certain length, this is a line segment AB. Now if I draw another line, okay, which intersects this line, which intersects the line segment AB at its midpoint, and that line is perpendicular to this, okay, so then this line, the line L, is called the perpendicular bisector of a line segment AB if it intersects AB at its midpoint and is at 90 degrees with the line segment. Okay, so this is the definition of perpendicular bisector. Now let us understand what do I mean by ratio of intercepts. Let's see. So if I have parallel lines, okay, if this is one parallel line L1 and I have parallel line L2, another line parallel to line L1, that is L2. Now if I intersect these lines by any pair of lines, okay, and these lines are not parallel to each other, they may be parallel to each other or maybe not, okay, so the points made here are, okay, let us take one more parallel line here. Let us take this line as L3. So the points of intersection are A, B, C, P, Q, R and X, Y, Z. Okay, so these are our points of intersection. So the ratio of intercepts formed is always same. Let's see how. So what I mean to say over here is that if line L1 is parallel to line L2 is parallel to line L3, then the ratio of intercepts formed is same. Alright, let's see what do I mean from this statement. I mean that AB upon BC is equal to PQ upon QR is equal to XY by YZ. Right? So hence the ratio of intercepts is equal when two or more lines are intersected by a set of parallel lines. Alright, I hope this theorem is clear to you of ratio of intercepts. Is this clear? Is this concept of ratio of intercepts clear to everyone? Please give me a thumbs up if this concept is clear. Okay, all right, let's begin. Okay, so let us continue now. So we have discussed about lines. Now I'm going to discuss about angle. Okay, so now can you tell me what is an angle? An angle is formed when two lines or two rays or two line segments intersect. Okay, so when two rays, two lines, two line segments intersect, angles are formed, right? So if I take two lines which intersect each other at any point, okay, how many angles are formed here? There are four angles formed. Okay, so this is an angle. Okay, these are different angles. Now let us understand what are vertically opposite angles. The angles which are opposite to each other when two lines intersect. So like in this example, I can say that angle 1 is opposite to angle 3 and angle 2 is opposite to angle 4. So these pair of angles are equal as they are vertically opposite angles. Okay, now let's see what are the different types of angles we have. Okay, so we have right angle. Right angle means any angle whose measure is equal to 90 degree is known as a right angle. What is an acute angle? Any angle whose measure is less than 90 degree is an acute angle. What is obtuse angle? Any angle whose measure is greater than 90 degree is known as a obtuse angle, right? So these are the majorly used angles, okay, majorly used angles in different questions. But apart from these three, we have some more types of angles. For example, we have straight angle. Okay, what is straight angle? Any angle whose measure is equal to 180 degree is known as a straight angle. Then we have complete angle. Okay, what is a complete angle? Any angle whose measure is equal to 360 degrees is a complete angle. Alright, then we have reflex angles. Okay, and reflex angle is calculated by subtracting an angle from the complete angle. Okay, so if this is an angle, alright, suppose the measure of this angle is x. So the reflex angle of x is this 360 degree minus x, the complete angle minus the smaller angle. Alright, I hope this is clear now, the different types of angles that we have. See, why is this necessary? See, obviously these terms are quite basic. I'm sure that some of you are aware about these terms, but if a question comes in your paper, in your CAT, then you should be able to understand the question properly. So knowing the definition of all these terms is very important in order to understand the question. Alright, let's continue. Let's see what are complementary angles. So angles whose sum is equal to 90 degree. If two or more angles add up to give 90 degree, then those angles are called as complementary angles. Similarly, we have supplementary angles. If sum of two or more angles is equal to 180 degree, then those angles are known as supplementary angles. Okay, so often this term supplementary angles is confused with the term linear pair. Okay, so let us understand the difference between linear pair and supplementary. So any set of angles, whether 2, 3, 4, are supplementary angles if their sum is 180 degree. Okay, but a linear pair is a pair of angles which lie on a straight line. So if this is angle x and this is angle y, then the sum of angle x and y would be equal to 90 degrees. So this is a linear pair. Okay, so from here I can say that x and y are supplementary angles, right? So all the angles which are linear pair are supplementary angles, but it is not necessary that a pair of supplementary angles is linear pair. Okay, I hope the definitions are clear of supplementary angle, complementary angles and linear pair. Okay, alright. Now let's see what is an angle bisector. So suppose if I have an angle, this is any angle, okay, of measure, suppose 60 degree. The measure of this angle is 60 degrees. So if I draw a line or a ray from the vertex of this angle which divides this angle into two equal parts, okay, so this angle would be 30 and this angle is also 30 degrees. So this line is known as the angle bisector. Okay, so angle bisector is a line which divides any angle into two equal parts, into two equal angles. Okay, so I hope the definition of angle bisector is clear now. Okay, now this is a term that we are going to discuss now. What is a transversal? Let us discuss this in detail. Okay, so if I have a pair of parallel lines L1 which is parallel to L2, then we have this is L1 and this is L2. Then if I draw any third line which intersects line L1 and L2 at any 2 points, these 2 points, then this line is known as the transversal. Okay, this third line is known as the transversal. Okay, so this is what I have now. Now, can you tell me how many angles are formed when a transversal is cuts a pair of parallel lines? So the number of angles formed here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So total 8 angles are formed when a transversal cuts a pair of parallel lines. Okay. So now in school we have read about corresponding angles. Alright, we have learnt about corresponding angles. We have learnt about alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles, co-interior angles, right? So we have learned about so many different terms and often we get confused in these terms, okay? So but now we in CAT or in any other MBA entrance, NMAT, SNAP test, we don't have to give any subjective exam, right? All the questions are MCQs. So we don't need to know about these terms here, okay? So for the ease of learning, what I can divide all these angles into two categories. First category is a big angle, okay? Second category is small angle. All right. Now, if by just looking at angle 1 and angle 2, can you tell me which is the big angle? Yes, which one of the angles 1 and 2 is bigger? Yes. So if I look at angle 1 and angle 2, I can say that angle 1 is a big angle, okay, and angle 2 is a small angle. Okay, so what I need to remember is that all big angles are equal. Okay, all big angles are equal. Similarly, all small angles are equal. Okay, so from these two statements, I can say that angle 1 is equal to angle 4 is equal to angle 5 is equal to angle 8. Okay, as they all are big angles. Now similarly, angle 2 is equal to angle 3 is equal to angle 6 is equal to angle 7, as all are small angles. Right? Easy way to remember this. Now also you have to remember that any big angle plus any small angle is equal to 180 degrees always. Then a set of parallel lines are intersected by a transversal. Okay, so now if I ask you what is the sum of angle 2 and angle 5, okay, angle 2 and angle 5, what is their sum? Yes. So since angle 2 is a small angle and angle 5 is a big angle, their sum is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, so this is an easy way to remember this concept. I hope this concept is clear to everyone. Let's move on to the next topic now. Okay, so now we will be discussing about triangles. Okay, so what is a triangle? A triangle is a three-sided closed figure. The sum of all angles, let us take this as a triangle ABC, and the angles A, B and C are there. So sum of all angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degrees. Okay. Now let us understand what is an exterior angle. So suppose if I extend any one side of a triangle. Let us extend this side. Okay. So the angle formed on outside is known as the exterior angle. Similarly, if I extrapolate this side, I'll get this angle as an exterior angle. If I extend any side, if you extend any side of a triangle, you will get an exterior angle. And how is an exterior angle calculated? Since this is a linear pair, you can calculate it by 180 degrees minus the interior angle. Okay, so this would be 180 degree minus the measure of angle C. This is how we calculate what is an exterior angle. Okay, all right. Now let's see what are the different types of triangles I have. So the triangles can be divided into two broad categories. Okay, let's see how. So if I divide all the triangles into categories, into subcategories on the basis of their angle measure. Okay, so I am dividing them on the basis of their angle measure. Now, can you tell me how many types of triangles would be there under the category angle measure? Yes, just think for a minute and tell me how many triangles would be there, how many categories would be there. Yes. So if I divide all the triangles on the basis of their angle measure, there would be three types of triangles. I will have acute angle triangle, right angle triangle, and obtuse angle triangle. Okay. Let's see what are the different types. So acute angle triangle is a triangle in which all angles are less than 90 degree. All right. In a right angle triangle, one angle is equal to 90 degree, and in an obtuse angle triangle, one angle is greater than 90 degree. All right. So these are different types of triangles if I divide triangles on the basis of angle measure. Now if I divide all the triangles on the basis of their side measure, okay, on the basis of the side. So I have equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangles are the triangles whose all sides are equal. All sides equal. All the three sides are equal. Isosceles triangles are the triangles any two sides are equal. Okay, so any of the two sides are equal. Now in the scalene triangle, no side is equal, means all sides are different in length. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Now in equilateral triangle, in an equilateral triangle, since all the sides are equal, this means all the angles of the triangle are also equal, and all the angles of a triangle are equal to 60 degrees. Okay, I hope this concept is clear of different types of triangles. If there is any question in your mind, please feel free to ask. Yes, okay. Let's continue then. So now let us discuss a few theorems related to triangles. So the first theorem says that angles opposite equal sides are equal. So let us take a triangle ABC with two sides AB equal to AC. So these are the two sides of this triangle which are equal. So if the side AB is equal to AC, this implies that angle B is equal to angle C. So the angle opposite equal sides are equal. Alright, so the exact opposite of this theorem is also true. The vice versa of this theorem is also true. If there is any triangle in which two angles are equal, so if this angle is equal to this angle, hence the opposite sides are also equal. So sides opposite equal angles are equal. Yes, I hope this theorem is clear to you. It's clear. Great. Let us continue. So let's move on to the next theorem. Okay, so we know that in a triangle is formed when any two sides of if the sum of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side. This is the condition for a triangle to form, right? If the sum would be equal, if sum of any two sides would be equal to third side, a triangle would not be formed. If the sum of any two sides would be less than the third side, the triangle won't be formed, right? So generally what we do is that we know the first part of this theorem, that sum of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side, right? But there is a second part of this theorem which is very important. Okay, so you should remember that as well. The second part of this theorem says that the third side is greater than the difference of any two sides. Okay, so suppose if this is a triangle, I take this as the first side, this second side, and this as the third side. So the sum of two sides, that is 1 plus 2, is greater than the third side, and the third side is greater than the difference of any two sides. Okay, I hope this theorem is clear to you. Okay, great. Let's continue now. So see, as we know that angles opposite equal sides are equal and sides opposite equal angles are equal. Likewise, from this only you can think of this theorem. Side opposite the larger side is larger. Please try to visualize this. Okay, take a triangle with unequal sides. Okay, so now if I look at this triangle ABC, I can clearly see that side AB is the largest one. It means that the angle opposite to the largest side would be the largest angle. Alright, an angle opposite to the smallest side would be the smallest angle. Alright. Okay, so these theorems are very useful when you solve questions related to triangles. So in geometry, there is no technique, there is no trick to solve geometry questions. The only trick is that when you are reading the question, the exact theorem that is applied in that question should come in your mind, right? And this will come with practice, and everything about the basic concepts, the basic theorem should be clear. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have so let me just give you a question. So you have this question, please understand the question properly and try to answer. Okay, so there is a triangle, in triangle ABC. Okay, the two sides of triangle ABC are 6 and 10. This is the length of two sides. Find the maximum value and minimum value of its perimeter. Minimum value of perimeter of triangle ABC. Okay, so this is the direct application of a theorem. I'm going to give you 1 minute to solve this question. Please take a minute, understand the question and give me the answer. Okay, okay, let's try to solve this question now. See, the two sides are 6 and 10. So from here I know that the third side that is not given, the maximum value for the third side would be 16, 6 plus 10, and the difference would be 4, and it is greater than 4. Now since I have to find the value of perimeter here, okay, so what is perimeter of a triangle? Sum of all sides. Perimeter of a triangle is sum of all sides. Okay, so this is the sum of two sides. Let us add, sorry, this is the maximum and minimum value for the third side. Let us add the other two sides so that I can get the value for perimeter. So if I add these two sides, I will get 16 plus 16 is greater than perimeter is greater than 16 plus 4, right? So the maximum value of perimeter would be 32 and the minimum value of perimeter should be 20. Yes, is this question clear? Yes, Prasoon and Janvi, is this question clear? Okay, so in this question we have used that sum of two sides is greater than the third side is greater than the difference of two sides. So sum of two sides here is 6 plus 10, greater than the third side, it is greater than 10 minus 6, the difference of two sides. Okay, yes, please give me a thumbs up if this question is clear to you. No. Okay. Yes, Janvi, should I repeat this question? Should I do this question again? All right. Let us continue further. Now let's see what is Pythagoras theorem. So in a right angle triangle ABC, so if in a right angle triangle ABC, this angle B is equal to 90 degrees, okay, then the side opposite the 90-degree angle is known as the hypotenuse. Okay, this side is known as the base and this side is known as the perpendicular. Okay, you can choose either of the perpendicular sides, either of these sides has perpendicular or base, that depends on you. So according to Pythagoras theorem, we have the sum of the square of hypotenuse is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. Okay, so hypotenuse here is AC, hence AC square is equal to BC square plus AB square. Okay, so some of the Pythagoras triplets you can remember. For example, we have 6, 8 and 10. Okay, we have 3, 4 and 5. Right, so these are some of the Pythagoras triplets that you can remember for the ease of simplification. Okay, so you want me to repeat this question? I will repeat this question. Let us do this question again. So in this question it was given that there is a triangle ABC. Okay, this is a triangle ABC. Two sides of this triangle are given to be 6 and 10. Okay, now we have to find what is the maximum value for its perimeter and the minimum value for its perimeter. Okay, so the sum of so we know from this theorem that we discussed that sum of two sides is greater than the third side is greater than the difference of any two sides. Okay, so this is what I'm going to apply here. So sum of two sides here is equal to 6 plus 10, which is 16, and the difference of two sides is equal to 10 minus 6, which is 4. Hence I have that sum is 16 and difference is 4. This is what I have from the theorem. Now since I have to find a value for perimeter, which is the sum of all sides, so I already have a limit for third side, so I will add the value of other two sides here. So from here I will get 6 plus 10 plus 16 is greater than perimeter is greater than 6 plus 10 plus 4. Hence this value would be 32, and this is the perimeter, and this value is 20. So the minimum value of perimeter is 20 and the maximum value is 32. Okay. I hope this question is clear now, Janvi. Okay, great. Let's move on to the Pythagoras theorem. So far we have discussed that AC square is equals to BC square plus AB square in a Pythagoras theorem. These are some of the Pythagoras triplets that we should remember. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so before I move on to the next topic, there are two special triangles. Okay, what are special triangles? There's nothing special about them, but these are the triangles which come in your exam most of the time. Okay, in most of the questions, there is an application of these triangles. Let's see. So the first kind of special triangle is a right angle triangle with both sides equal, with two sides equal. So if I take this angle as 90 degree, this angle is 45 degree, this angle is 45 degree. So first is a 45, 90, 45 right angle triangle. Okay, this is the triangle. Let's see. Okay, so in this triangle, if I take the side opposite 45 degree angle as x, it means this side will also be equal to x. Now you can apply Pythagoras theorem and get the value of hypotenuse as x root 2. This you can solve easily by using Pythagoras theorem or any application of trigonometry. But when any such triangle, the 45, 90, 45 degree triangle comes in your CAT, in your exam, you will not waste your time in applying the Pythagoras theorem or trigonometry. This you should remember. ठीक है, so ये आपके माइंड में पहले से स्टोर्ड होना चाहिए कि 45, 90, 45 ट्राइंगल है. इट मीन्स ये दोनों साइड्स x है, तो हाइपोटेन्यूज वुड बी x रूट 2. Okay, I hope I am clear with this. Let's see the other type of triangle that we have. This triangle is 30, 60, 90 triangle. Okay, so any right angle triangle in which the angles are 30, 60 and 90. Okay, so if this is a 90 degree angle, let us take this as 30 degrees and this angle as 60 degrees. So इस triangle में आपको याद करना है कि जो side 30 degree opposite है, that is x. Okay, so I'll consider the side opposite 30 degree angle as x. This, and according to this, the side opposite 60 degree angle would be given by x root 3. And the side opposite 90 degree angle is given by 2x. So this is also one of the ratios that you need to remember. Always take the smallest side against 30 degree angle as x. 60 degree के opposite होगा x root 3, and hypotenuse is the largest side, so this would be 2x. So this is what you need to remember. I hope this is clear. Okay. So if this is clear, please solve one question. Just don't look at this side of the screen now. I'm going to give you the question. So the question is, there is a right angle triangle. Angles are 60 degree and this angle is 30 degree. Okay. If this side is 6, okay, the length of this side is 6, find the value of x and y. X and y are the sides. Find x and y. Okay, please try to solve this. Yes. Need answers from both of you? Yes, solve and tell me. Yes, what would be the answer? Yes. Yes, Prasoon, I'm unable to see your answer. What is your answer? Okay, let us discuss. So see, this is a 30, 60, 90 degree triangle. The second kind of special triangle we discussed here. So here we discussed that we should always take the side opposite 30-degree angle as x. Okay, so 30-degree angle ke opposite we have taken x. And the hypotenuse is always equal to 2x. Therefore, I get that 2x is 6, hence x is 3. Okay, so the value of the length of this side is 3 and length of this side would be is given by x root 3, hence this side is given by 3 root 3. Okay, so the objective of asking this question here, the objective of discussing this concept here is that whenever you see any triangle 45 90 45 or 30 60 90 in exam, please don't waste your time in applying Pythagoras theorem to find the sides. Please use these ratios. These are the ratios that needs to be stored in your brain. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you. Yes, if this is clear, please give me a thumbs up so that I can proceed ahead. Okay, great. So now if I take this triangle, let us take a triangle ABC. Okay, and let AD be angle bisector of angle A. Okay, so this is an angle A. So this angle is divided into two equal parts by this line segment AD. So AD is the angle bisector of angle A. Alright, so according to angle bisector theorem, we have that BD, this line segment upon DC, this line segment is equal to AB upon AC. This one upon this one. So this is the ratios that we have. These two ratios of BD by DC to AB by AC is equal. So this is angle bisector theorem. The way to remember is that when you take this BD, if you take BD in the numerator, then the side close to BD, adjacent to BD, that is AB, will be in numerator. Okay, if you take DC in the denominator, then AC would be in the denominator. Okay, so I hope this theorem is clear to everyone. Okay, So this theorem is clear. Let's move on to the next topic, medians and centroids. Okay, so I have a triangle here, triangle A, B, C. Okay, now let us understand what is the median. If I join A with the midpoint of BC, okay, this is not an equilateral triangle. It is not given that ABC is an equilateral triangle. This is any random triangle I have, okay. Now let us take the midpoint of side BC as D, okay. Now if I join the vertex of the triangle ABC, vertex A with this point D using a line segment, okay, this is the point D. Okay, then this line segment AD is known as the median. Okay, so median is the line segment which joins vertex to midpoint of opposite side. Alright, so median is a line segment which joins vertex of a triangle to the midpoint of the opposite side. So AD is the median here. Likewise, if I take the midpoint of side AC as E and join B with E, okay, then BE is also a median. Similarly, if I take some midpoint of AB as F and I join C with it, okay, so CF is also the median, okay. Now please note that all the three medians of a triangle intersect at one common point, and this common point is known as the centroid. Okay, so I hope what is a median and what is a centroid is clear. The basic definition is clear, that median is a line segment that joins the vertex of a triangle to the midpoint of opposite side, and centroid is a point at which all the medians of a triangle intersect. Okay, I hope this is clear to all. Yes, please give me a thumbs up if this point is clear. Okay, great. Now there is one note that you need to remember, one theorem that you need to remember. You can note this as well. Okay, centroid divides a median in the ratio 2:1. Okay, so what do I mean by this? So if I take the points O as the centroid, so here the ratio of AO to OD will be equal to BO to OE, will be equal to CO to OF, and this ratio would be 2:1. So the centroid of a triangle divides its median in the ratio of 2:1. Yes. Any difficulties still here? Any questions related to medians and centroid? Okay, so I hope this concept is clear to all. Let's move on to the next set, which is altitudes and orthocenter. Okay, so we all know how the area of a triangle is calculated. So suppose if this is a triangle, this is the base of a triangle and this is the height of the triangle, right? So the area of triangle is given by half base into height. This is the formula to calculate the area of triangle. Now the height of a triangle is also known as the altitude. Alright, so altitude is actually the perpendicular drawn from vertex to the base. Okay, perpendicular drawn from vertex to the opposite side, I should say, to the opposite side. Okay, so if I have this triangle, triangle ABC, and I will draw a perpendicular from A to BC. Sorry. Okay, let me just draw a perpendicular from A to BC. So A to, let us take D. So AD is a perpendicular from A to BC. This is 90-degree angle. Then AD is known as the altitude. Similarly, if I draw a perpendicular from B to AC, then this BE is the altitude. Okay, similarly, I can draw an altitude from C to AB. Then CF is also known as altitude because this is 90-degree angle. So this is what you have to notice, that all the altitudes of a triangle intersect at a common point, and this common point of intersection is known as orthocenter. So orthocenter is the point of intersection of all altitudes of a triangle. Okay. Yes, I hope the terms altitude and orthocenter is clear to everyone. Yes, Prasoon, Janvi, I hope this is clear. Yes. Okay, great. Let's move on to the next set, that is perpendicular, bisector and circumcenter. Now in the previous, when we were discussing orthocenter, this is altitude. Altitude is perpendicular drawn from vertex to opposite side. But what is perpendicular bisector? In perpendicular bisectors, vertex is not involved. Okay, vertex not involved. In perpendiculars, in altitudes, vertex is involved. Okay, so this is a common confusion with a lot of students have. So please be careful about this. So what is perpendicular bisector? We discussed this in the beginning of the class, that if I have this line segment AB and if I draw a perpendicular on its midpoints, so this is the perpendicular bisector. Okay, so let us take this triangle ABC and let us draw a perpendicular bisector of BC. Okay, so it is not necessary that perpendicular bisector will cross the vertex. This is not necessary. Okay, so let us just draw a perpendicular bisector of BC. Okay, so this is the dot. This dotted line represents the perpendicular bisector of BC. So let us take this and take this as, denote this by point D. Then if I join A to D, okay, let us join A to D. Okay, so this is the perpendicular bisector on BC. Similarly, I can draw a perpendicular bisector on AC. And I can draw a perpendicular bisector on AB also. Okay, so these are the three perpendicular bisectors. Let us denote their point of intersection as O. So this point of intersection is known as circumcenter. Alright. So circumcenter is the point of intersection of all perpendicular bisector of three sides of a triangle ABC. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now, an important point here is that suppose if I take a right angle triangle, this is a right angle triangle, and then let us take an acute angle triangle. And an obtuse angle triangle. Okay, so these are the three triangles I have taken. The circumcenter will lie on the hypotenuse. Okay, so in a right angle triangle, the circumcenter lies on the hypotenuse. Okay, In an acute angle triangle, the circumcenter lies inside. The circumcenter lies inside. And in an obtuse angle triangle, the circumcenter lies outside. Okay, so this is something that you can remember, that the point of intersection of all the perpendicular bisectors of a triangle is circumcenter. Circumcenter lies on the hypotenuse in the right angle triangle. It is inside in an acute angle triangle and it is outside in an obtuse angle triangle. I hope this concept of perpendicular bisectors and circumcenter is clear to both of you. Yes, please say yes or give me a thumbs up if this is clear. Okay, great. Let us continue. So this is the last thing, angle bisectors and incenters. So now till now I think we are clear with the definition of angle bisectors. Okay, so angle bisectors are the line segments or the line which bisect a particular angle into two equal halves. Okay, now let's do this. So if I draw an angle bisector of B, okay, let us take as D, an angle bisector of A. Sorry, let me just draw a better figure. Okay, so if this is a triangle A, B, C, this line denotes the angle bisector of B, this is the angle bisector of A, and this is the angle bisector of C. Okay, so their point of intersection is known as incenter. So incenter is the point of intersection of angle bisectors. This is equal to this angle is equal to this, and this angle is equal to this. Okay, all right. Okay, so I hope the concept of angle bisectors and incenter is clear to all of you. The point of intersection of all the angle bisectors is known as the incenter of the triangle. Okay, all right, great. Now, can you quickly tell me what was centroid? Yes, Janvi, please answer. What is centroid of a triangle? It is the intersection of all. Yes, Prasoon, sure, I will give you all the information. Yes, Janvi, I'm waiting for the answer. What is a centroid? It is the intersection of all. Yes, can anybody else answer? What is a centroid? It is the intersection of all medians. Okay, now can you tell me what is an orthocenter? Yes, Prasoon, can you answer what is an orthocenter? Yes. Orthocenter is the intersection of all altitudes, the heights. Okay, similarly, we have circumcenter. Circumcenter is the intersection of all perpendicular bisectors. Okay, and then we have incenter. Incenter is the intersection of all angle bisectors. Okay, so this is what you need to remember. Okay, yes, let us continue. Yes, so Prasoon, you were asking about my schedule of my classes. Okay, so for quantitative aptitude, okay, I take classes on Unacademy. This is the plan for the schedule for my special classes on Unacademy platform. These classes are also free of cost. So for quantitative aptitude, my classes are from 6 to 7 p.m. Okay, and for LRDI, my classes are from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay, so this is on, this is from Tuesdays to Sunday, and this is our, these classes are on Thursday, Friday and Saturday. Okay, and for YouTube, I take LRDI classes from 4 p.m. and the classes for quants are at 11 a.m. in the morning, and sometimes I take classes at 8 p.m. also. Okay, I hope you have noted this. And today I am going to take a class at 5:30 p.m. and in that class we will be discussing about previous year questions from quantitative aptitude. Alright, so please do attend that class. Let's go back. Okay, so I hope everything is clear till here. Let's move on to similarity of triangles. Okay, so first let us understand what is similarity. So I have two hands. Okay, I can superimpose my two hands. One hand can absolutely cover the second hand completely. Okay, so I can say that my two hands are similar to each other. Okay, so similarity means any two objects, any two shapes, any two figures should be of exactly same shape. Okay, their size may not be same. Alright, so any two figures which are of same shape are similar to each other. Okay, so for similarity of triangles, if I have one triangle, triangle ABC, and another triangle PQR, okay, so the symbol to denote similarity is this. Okay, this is denoted by a tilde. Okay, so I say that triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR if the corresponding angles are equal. Corresponding angles are equal means angle A is equal to angle P, angle B is equal to angle Q, angle C is equal to angle R. Okay, first. Second is that ratio of their corresponding sides should be same. Hence, AB upon PQ is same as BC upon QR is equal to AC upon PR. Okay, so for any two triangles to be similar, their corresponding angle should be same and the ratio of their corresponding sides should be same. Okay, I hope the definition of similarity of triangles is clear to everyone. Yes, please give me a thumbs up if this concept is clear. Okay, great. Now let us discuss what is congruency. So as I earlier said that for similarity, two figures should be of same shape. Okay, for congruency, two figures should have exactly same shape as well as size. Okay, so the size and shape of two figures should be same, like two hands. So the two hands are congruent to each other. So if I take two triangles ABC and triangle PQR, Okay, so this is the symbol to denote congruency. So I say that triangles ABC is congruent to triangle PQR if angle A is equal to angle P, angle B is equal to angle Q, angle C is equal to angle R. So this condition is same as the similarity of triangles. The second condition is that the sides should also be same. Okay, so AB should be equal to PQ, BC is equal to QR, and AC is equal to PR. Okay, so in similarity the ratio should be same, but in congruency the size should be exactly same. Okay, so I hope the definition of congruency is clear to all. All right, now can you tell me, if I say if there is a statement that all circles are congruent to each other, is this statement correct? Let me just write the statement. All circles are congruent. Is this statement true or false? Yes, think about it and tell me. All circles are congruent. True or false? Yes. Yes. Janvi, your answer is right. This statement is false. All the circles are not congruent. Okay, there could be circles of different radius, right? But if I say all circles are similar, is this statement true or false now? All circles are similar. This statement is true. Okay, जितने भी सर्कल्स होंगे, सर्कल्स का शेप क्या होता है? सारे सर्कल्स का शेप तो सेम होता है, राइट? एंड फॉर सिमिलैरिटी आई सेड दैट टू ऑब्जेक्ट्स शुड हैव एग्जैक्टली सेम शेप. So all circles are same in shape, hence the circles are similar. They are not congruent because their size could be different because of different radius. Okay. Now similarly, I can say that all equilateral triangles are similar. All squares are similar. Right? I hope this concept of similarity and congruence is clear to everyone. And if there is any doubt in your mind regarding any of the concepts we have discussed till now, please feel free to ask. Please comment here if there is any doubt in your mind in any of the concepts. Okay, so since this is clear, let us move on to the new topic now. Basic proportionality theorem. So this is somewhat similar, almost same concept as the ratio of intercepts we did earlier in lines, right? So in lines we discussed about this ratio of intercepts thing. This, that if any two or more lines intersect a set of parallel lines, the ratios formed would be same, right? So this concept is used here in basic proportionality theorem also. Okay, so in a triangle ABC, this is a triangle ABC, and this is a line, segment EF, which is which is parallel to BC. So it is given that EF is parallel to BC. Okay, then if the ratio of AE to BE is M to N, okay, if AE upon BE is equal to M by N, okay, then the ratio of AF to FC is also equal to M by N. Okay, so since these lines, the line segments EF and BC are parallel to each other, they will divide the intercepts AE, BE, AF and FC in same ratio. Alright, I hope this is clear. This is known as basic proportionality theorem. Okay, now the vice versa of this theorem is also true. What is the vice versa of this theorem? I can say that if the ratio of intercepts is same, that is if AE upon BE is equal to AF upon FC, then EF is parallel to BC. Okay, so this is what you should keep in mind. I hope this theorem is clear to all. Okay, now there is a term used in most of the books, midpoint theorem. So midpoint theorem is a corollary of this theorem only. Okay, so this is same as basic proportionality theorem. In the basic proportionality theorem, I have taken the ratio as m is to 1. But since it is midpoint theorem, so I will take the ratio as 1 is to 1. So midpoint theorem में क्या हो जाएगा? That if I have this triangle ABC and I draw a line joining the midpoints, okay, E and F are midpoints of AB and EC, and if I join a line, if I draw a line segment joining the midpoints E and F, then EF would be parallel to BC. Okay, so midpoint theorem is same as basic proportionality theorem. The only difference is that in basic proportionality we have a ratio m is to n. In midpoint theorem the ratio is 1 is to 1, as it is the midpoint. Okay, I hope this theorem is clear to all. If there is any difficulty here, please ask. Okay, so there is one additional point involved here in midpoint theorem that you should know. So if in this triangle, okay, E and F are the midpoints and EF is parallel to BC, then here I can say that EF is half of BC. Okay. Next. Okay. Now let us discuss a question. Okay, let us discuss a question. So I am going to give you a triangle. This is a triangle ABC. I have a triangle ABC. Okay, it is not an equilateral triangle. Okay, let us take the midpoint of AB as D, midpoint, and the midpoint of AC as E, and midpoint of BC as F. Okay, so these are the midpoints. Let me just join. Okay. Yes, how? Okay, I'll come to your question, Janvi. Let me just tell you this question. So the question is, in a triangle ABC, D, E and F are midpoints. Okay, find perimeter of ABC upon perimeter of DEF. Okay, now coming to your question, Janvi, in midpoint theorem, okay, so see, if I have this triangle ABC, this is a triangle and D is the midpoint here E is the midpoint here. Okay, okay, I've taken this as F. F and E are the midpoints of sides AB and BC. Now, according to basic proportionality theorem, we know that if the ratio is m is to n, the ratio this side is also m is to n. So if I take the ratio as 1 is to 1 here, as this is the midpoint here, okay, so I can say that AF upon BF is equal to AE upon EC. Alright, this is what I can say, right? So now similarly, if I add 1 to both the sides, what will I get? If I add 1 to both the sides, I will get that AF upon BF plus 1 is equal to AE upon EC plus 1. So this will give me AF plus BF upon BF is equal to AE plus EC upon EC. Okay, so this will actually give me AB upon BF is equal to AC upon EC. Right. So similarly, I can have from here that this ratio, the smaller segment upon the entire side are equal. So similarly, since triangle AFE would be similar to triangle ABC, I can have FE is half of BC. Is this clear to you, or should I explain this again? Yes, Janvi, is this clear? It's clear. Okay, great. So please solve this question now that we have. Okay. Okay, so we have one answer. Let's see. So this is a triangle, not an equilateral triangle. DEF are the midpoints of side AB, AC and BC. Okay. So from the previous theorem, I can say that DE is BC by 2. Okay, as the line joining is, since this line segment is joining the midpoints, D is parallel to BF. Okay. Also, I can write DF is equal to AC by 2. Why? Because these lines will also be parallel to each other. Similarly, I will have EF is equal to AB by 2. Okay, because this is parallel to this line. Okay, so now let us calculate the perimeter. So the perimeter of ABC is given by AB plus BC plus AC upon perimeter of DEF. This is equal to DE plus DF plus AB. Okay, so sorry, EF. So if I simplify this, I will get AB plus BC plus AC upon DE can be written as AB, BC by 2. So this is BC plus AC plus AB. Hence this 2 will go up and the ratio would be 2:1. Okay, so yes, Prasoon, your answer is right. I hope the basic proportionality theorem and midpoint theorem is clear to everyone here. Yes, please give me a thumbs up if this question is clear to you. Okay, alright, so basic proportionality theorem is clear and this question is clear to all. So let us start with the new topic, that is quadrilaterals. Okay, now let us understand what is a quadrilateral. A quadrilateral is a closed figure of four sides. Okay, so if I take this quadrilateral as quadrilateral ABCD, then sum of all angles of a quadrilateral is equal to 360 degrees. Hence, angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equal to 360 degrees. Okay. Now let us understand what is a cyclic quadrilateral. So if all the four vertices of a quadrilateral ABCD lie on the circumference of the circle. Okay, so if all the four vertices of a quadrilateral lie on the outer boundary of a circle, then that quadrilateral is known as the cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, so there is one very important property of a cyclic quadrilateral. Let us, if this angle is A and this angle is C, then in a cyclic quadrilateral, angle A plus angle C is equal to 180 degrees. Similarly, angle B plus angle D is equal to 180 degrees. So what I mean to say over here is that in a cyclic quadrilateral, the sum of opposite angles are equal and the sum of opposite angle is equal to 180 degree. Okay. Is this definition of cyclic quadrilateral clear to all of you? Yes. Okay. Let's proceed. Okay, so now let us discuss some basic properties of the types of quadrilaterals we have. So we have a parallelogram ABCD here. Yes, Janvi, no, I'm not going to cover all the topics in today's class, but I'll try to cover some of the very basic concepts. So in this class, we are not going to do any questions. I'm just revising, we are just doing all the basic concepts, okay? I'll be repeating, I'll be taking classes on lines and angles, quadrilaterals, triangles, circles separately also later, okay? But this is just a refresher class for all the basic concepts, okay? So in this class, I'll be covering quadrilaterals and polygons. Circles I won't be doing today. Okay. Let's proceed. So parallelogram. What is a parallelogram? So in a quadrilateral parallelogram, the opposite sides are parallel and equal. Similarly, this side is parallel to this side and they are equal. Okay. The diagonals of a parallelogram are not equal. Okay, so the diagonals are not equal, but they bisect each other. Okay, so these segments are equal. All right. Now the opposite angles are also equal. In a parallelogram, the opposite angles are also equal. Okay. Now, can you tell me whether a parallelogram is a cyclic quadrilateral or not? Just think and answer. Is a parallelogram a cyclic quadrilateral? No. Yes, correct. Prasoon, your answer is correct. A parallelogram is not a cyclic quadrilateral because I told you in a cyclic quadrilateral sum of opposite angles is equal to 180 degree. Okay, but यहाँ पे तो parallelogram में this angle could be equal to 120 and this angle would be 120, so the sum would be 240. Okay, not equal to 180 degrees. Hence, a parallelogram is not a cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, yes, I cannot say never. Okay, because अगर वो एक रेक्टेंगल है तो वो एक साइक्लिक क्वाड्रिलेटरल हो सकता है बिकॉज देन द सम ऑफ एंगल्स वुड बी इक्वल टू ऑपोजिट एंगल्स वुड बी इक्वल टू 180 degrees. Okay, let's continue. So rectangle is also a parallelogram, but there is one added property that that all the angles of a rectangle are 90 degrees. Okay, so all these angles are equal to 90 degrees. In a rectangle, the diagonals are equal. Okay, so the diagonals are equal and they bisect each other as in a parallelogram. Okay, so can you tell me what is the area of a parallelogram? Area of a parallelogram is base into height. Okay, similarly, area of a rectangle is length into breadth. Perimeter of a rectangle is twice of length plus breadth. Okay. Alright. Let us continue. Now what is a square? In square, a square is a rectangle with all sides equal. So all the properties of rectangle would be here. One added property is that all sides are equal. Okay. Now in a rectangle, the diagonals are equal and they bisect each other. In a square, the diagonals are equal as well as they intersect each other, they bisect each other at 90 degrees. Okay. So if this is a square, these are the diagonals of the square, then the diagonals will intersect each other at 90 degrees. Okay. So these are the properties of a square. We know that area of a square is side square and perimeter of a square is given by 4 into side. Alright, I hope this is clear now. Let's see the properties of rhombus. So in a rhombus, all the sides are equal. Okay, a rhombus is a parallelogram with all the sides equal. The added property is that the diagonals are at 90 degrees with each other. So if this is one diagonal and this is another diagonal, then this angle formed is equal to 90 degrees. In a parallelogram, the diagonals are not at 90 degrees with each other, but in a rhombus, the diagonals are at 90 degrees with each other. Okay. Now let us see what is the area of a rhombus. Area of a rhombus is given by half of product of diagonals. Okay, so this is the area of rhombus. Alright, I hope this is clear. Is there any doubt in any of the properties of quadrilaterals till now? Yes, any doubts? No. Okay. Now let us discuss what is a trapezium. Okay, so in some questions, in some books, you can, this is also referred as trapezoid. Okay, so both are one and the same thing. So in a trapezium, one pair of opposite sides are parallel. Okay, so a pair of opposite sides are parallel. They may not be equal. Okay, so these are, this is what a trapezium is. Okay, now the opposite two sides, they are not parallel, not equal. If these two sides are equal, then the trapezium is known as an isosceles trapezium. Okay, the diagonals of a trapezium are equal. In an isosceles trapezium, the diagonals are equal. Okay, now let us see how we calculate the area of a trapezium. Area of a trapezium is given by half of height, that is, if I take this as the height, okay, half of height into sum of parallel sides. Sum of parallel sides. This is the formula to calculate the area of a trapezium. Okay, I hope this is clear. Okay, so now we are moving towards the last topic of today's class, that is polygons. Okay, now let us understand what is a polygon. A polygon is an n-sided closed figure. N-sided closed figure. Okay, examples of a polygon, we have triangles, we have quadrilateral squares, rectangles, trapezium, all other types of polygons. Okay, so for any polygon with n is equal to 5, any 5-sided polygon is known as a pentagon. Okay, if n is 6, if it is a 6-sided polygon, this is a hexagon. Then we have septagon. 8-sided polygon is known as octagon. 9-sided polygon is known as nonagon. Okay, a 10-sided polygon is known as decagon. Okay, similarly for 11 we have undecagon, for 12 we have dodecagon, and so on. Alright, so any n-sided closed figure is known as a polygon. Okay, so when any question comes from the topic polygon, you have to look for a term. So please be careful if there is the term regular there. So if it is written that this figure is a regular pentagon, this figure is a regular hexagon, what is the meaning of this term regular there? So this term regular means that all angles and all sides are equal. Okay, so in a regular polygon, all angles and all sides are equal. Okay, so now can you tell me, is rhombus a regular quadrilateral? Yes, is rhombus a regular quadrilateral? Think and tell. Yes. Yeah, Prasoon, your answer is correct. Rhombus is not a regular quadrilateral because all sides are equal in case of rhombus, but all angles are not equal. Okay, so from here I can say that a regular quadrilateral is a square, an equilateral triangle is a regular triangle. Okay, an equilateral triangle is a regular triangle. So any polygon whose all sides and all angles are equal is known as a regular polygon. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. Now there are two formulas that you need to remember to solve questions related to polygons. First is to calculate the sum of all angles. So please note down. sum of degree measure of all angles of a polygon is equal to n by 2, n minus 2 into 180 degrees. Okay, so this you can verify also. Take n as 3, you will get 180. Take n as 4, you will get 360. So this is the formula to calculate sum of degree measure of all angles of a polygon. Okay, let's see the second formula. See, in a regular polygon, you can calculate angle. Regular polygon means all the angles are same. So one angle would be equal to sum of all angles upon the number of side. Okay, I can say this as an n-sided polygon. Okay, so these are the two formulas that you should note, and these two formulas will be useful when you solve questions from this topic. Okay, I hope this is clear, and please look for the term regular when you solve questions related to polygons. Okay, I hope the concept of polygons is clear to all. Yes, Prasoon, Chanvi, Anirban, I think all the concepts are clear till now. Is there any difficulty in any of the concepts we have discussed in today's class? Whether from lines and angles, triangles, quadrilaterals, polygons. Any doubt in your mind? Please get it clarified right now. Okay, great. So I hope this class was useful for you, and I hope the basic concepts of plane geometry are clear in your mind. Now I'll be taking one more class on circles, and in that class we'll be discussing all the basic properties of circles. Okay. Alright, so from 5:30 p.m. today I'm going to take a class on previous year questions of quantitative aptitude. So please do attend that class if you want to solve some questions of previous year papers. Okay. Alright. Now let me just tell you some benefits of the Plus subscription. If you go for the Plus subscription, you will have access to the classes from top educators. All the special classes that are there on the platform are free of cost. But in order to attend the Plus classes, you will have to go for the subscription. Okay, you will have access to the live test and quizzes that happen on our platform. So the steps to register are very easy. You just have to go to Google Play Store, type Unacademy there and install the Unacademy Learning app. As soon as you install the app, it will ask you to select your goal. So you have to select CAT and then you click on get subscription. Okay. So as soon as you click on get subscription, the app will ask you to select either the Plus subscription or the iconic subscription. So you have to select accordingly. Okay. Now this is something I would like to inform you that a price hike is going to come soon on our platform. So right now the fees for 12 months Plus subscription is 17,500. This would be increased to 22,550 in some time. Okay, so right now is the best opportunity for you to go for the subscriptions. So now if you take the subscription, the fees would be 10% off, and you can use my code AISH10 for the same. Okay, now also you can unlock all my special classes on the Unacademy platform that are completely free of cost using the code AISH10. Okay, if you use the code, you can look at the free classes on the platform as well. Okay, now this is the information about the batches that are recently started. So from 18th of March, a new batch was started, and from 20th and 22nd March, the batches are going to start. So you still have time to join these batches, so please go for it. Yes, Janvi, I'll check the playlist. I'll definitely check the playlist just after this class. I'll do this as the first thing. Okay. Now, these are the students who have scored really well in CAT 2020. They have more than 99 percentile. So you guys can also be among this list if you start with your preparations as soon as possible. So go for the subscriptions and make full use of all the features of the Unacademy app. Okay. This is a scholarship test which you can attend. You can attempt this test, and if you score well in this test, then you will definitely get some good scholarships. Okay, so you can get scholarships up to 55 lakhs plus here. Okay, so the code to unlock the test is AAISH10. Please use this code to unlock this test. For this week, the test is going to be on 21st March at 12 p.m. sharp. Okay, now this is one of the features of our Unacademy app. This is Ask a Doubt feature. Please make use of it. Just take a picture of any question you want the solution for. Submit the picture on a screen on the app. Select the subject to which the question belongs, and then our educators will solve that question for you and share the explanation with you. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed the class. Okay, please subscribe to our YouTube channel CAT for MBA and start your preparations as soon as possible. You can get all the notifications regarding the classes and everything about MBA is shared here. Also, please subscribe to my Telegram channel. I post the links of my classes there, and any question you have in your mind, you can get it clarified.